All right, let's take a moment to talk about acne. Now, acne is something that I had a lot of experience as a kid, man. As a teenager, I had the worst cystic acne. I still have scars on my face from that stuff. So this is something that I think is an important topic. You know, if we can figure out how to prevent that, we can save a lot of people from, disfiguring, scarring, and things like that. Not to mention the social embarrassment that we often see with that. So let's talk about, what is acne? Well, acne is a skin condition that occurs often around hair follicles when they become clogged with oil, dead skin, leading to pimples, blackheads, whiteheads. They can be caused by numerous things. We're thought to, obviously we see it very commonly during adolescence, so hormonal change that occur during puberty, around menopause, around menstrual cycles for females, or other hormonal shifts that happen with the body. Androgens can lead to increased oil production. Sometimes you see it with guys that are using a bunch of steroids. They'll get acne all over their back. Now, anxiety, depression, chronic stress can also stimulate these sort of hormonal changes, which can, again, lead to the development of acne. Certain foods have been associated with that, things such as a lot of refined dairy products. And if I look back on my youth, I drank a lot of that stuff, man. I was eating yogurt like it was going outside. I'd eat 10 of these I remember these little lemon Yoplait yogurts, man. I would eat 10 of those in one sitting. I'd be drinking a gallon of milk a day, not to mention all the other processed garbage I was eating. So that clearly was probably in part what happened to me. But again, high glycemic foods like white rice and syrup and things like that can contribute to this. So sometimes some of the cosmetic that people wear, that can also have an effect to clog pores. Some of the xenoestrogens that are found in these compounds can again have this hormonal effect and lead to irritation. The environment that you're in, if you're in a really environment with a lot of smoke or dust or pollen or dander, can also produce problems with the skin. Now, acne is the most common skin problem faced in the United States today. Again, around 50 million Americans suffer from acne annually. Because it's so prominent, there's dozens of different myths that have evolved around this. So let's take a few moments to kind of set the record straight on some of those things. So myth number one, acne is caused by eating fatty foods. And that is clearly not true. There are many people that go on a relatively high-fat ketogenic diet which actually see their acne resolves as their hormones tend to normalize. This seems to help. Now, maybe, perhaps deep fried foods, in these, really highly oxidized oils can be a problem. So we have to be clear when we say fatty food where the fat is coming from. Myth number two, acne is a problem just for teenagers. Now, that's clearly not true. There are many, many millions of adults that suffer acne into adulthood. And it's something that, I think about myself. I had that really until I went on a low-carb diet. I mean, this is, I had it into my 40s. Researchers have looked at different places around the world. Now, there's one tribe down in Paraguay called the Acne, I believe that's how you say it, where they eat basically a whole food, unprocessed diet. Percentage of acne they found examining that population was 0%. None of them had acne. Yet 95% of standard American diet eating Americans have acne. So clearly, food is a big player here. Those remote tribe people, they obviously have the same sort of hormonal things going on. They go through puberty just like everybody else does, but they don't have the acne. So clearly, food has an additive effect, if not a very high causative effect for this. Some people think, go to the tanning bed, that'll clear up my acne. Now, that has been shown not to be true. Now, it can dry the skin out, but it can also actually exacerbate the acne. Conversely, sunshine, on the other hand, not to excess to where you burn, but sunshine can actually been shown to decrease breakouts. So if you want to get some color on your skin, get it out in the sun and avoid the tanning bed for that. Now, another thought is, if I just scrub my face really hard on an abrasive brush, I can scrub that stuff off there. I can exfoliate it. Actually, a lot of times that becomes more of an irritant and it will cause problems. I remember as a kid, benzoyl peroxide all over the place. I actually went on Accutane. I remember scrubbing this up. None of that really helps. Now, and this is the last one I think is really kind of funny. Acne can be cured by putting apple cider vinegar all over your face. Now there may be influencers out there telling you this is what there is, but there's no actual data that would actually support that. And so instead of doing that, where you might actually inflame and irritate the acne and walk around smelling like some kind of weird pickle, just skip the apple cider vinegar on the face. All right, guys, let me know if changing diet has affected your acne, either as a teenager, if you can remember, or what you might have been eating when you had all these acne problems, and as an adult, as most of you guys listening to me are kind of adults. There's not that many teenagers. If you're a teenager and listen to me, good for you. You're ahead of the curve. Let me know what your thoughts on acne. But for the rest of us, let me hear your comments on acne. All right, guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, notification bell. We'll talk to you soon.